our friends from Sadhana Forest. Let me pin their screen. I hope you can see them.
Hi.
Hello, Luke and Aviram. Thank
Hello.
you for
Hello.
everything you do. And thank you for being here for with your why. This is a community where we all are finding our why and living our why at the same time. It's a journey. We keep finding it and keep living it. Whatever I know my why is today, we do it. And today, in this moment, our why is to understand how can we be a change maker, get inspiration with the story of Sadhana Forest, and bring joy, compassion, peace in the world, which is right now even more and more important. We all know why,
Okay,
right?
so they don't see us. We have to come into the frame more. Okay.
So over to you. Please introduce, please go on and inspire us with your why. Here we go.
Okay. Hi.
Hey,
Good
good
morning,
morning.
everybody. Thank you for the stretches. It was very beautiful. And thank you very much, Abhinav, for having us here. We're so happy to be here with you. Um, Sadhana Forest is all about minimizing the gap between what we believe in and what we do. Just closing that delta every day, another centimeter, another centimeter. That's our game. We have a set of beliefs, what we think is right, and then every day we work to do it more and more and more and more, and we do it together in a spirit of interconnectedness, of oneness. So that's the community aspect, and it's really beautiful to live here with people and animals. We have a goshala, a vegan goshala, where we have wonderful cow friends. So we have friends of all sorts, a lot of wild animals. So it's a very, very rich place in terms of biodiversity. So it's easy to feel the interconnectedness because you just see so many different things about you, around you, and you feel connected to all of them. So yeah, I think this morning we're all about interconnectedness and nature, and so thank you for being with us, and we will maybe show you a little presentation about the Sadhana Forest, or maybe if it's okay, we can talk about our why for 1 minute each. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, Luke.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So basically, I came to Sadhana Forest over 9 years ago now, and my plan was to travel around the world to find a better way to live because I wasn't feeling this sense of purpose in my previous life, in my previous job. I didn't have a why. I was just going about just living, dragging myself out of bed and working a job that I didn't believe in. And I had this question inside me saying, is this really how I want to spend the rest of my life living? And I started to speak to my friends and family, saying maybe we could live in a sustainable way in community and harmony with each other. And everyone would just laugh at me, saying, this is how the world works. This place doesn't exist that you're talking about. And I didn't know there was any other way because everyone around me was living that same kind of way. So I kept going back to my job, but then eventually I said, okay, if I spend the rest of my life living like this, I want to at least see if there's another way of doing things before. So I was going to travel around the world to different communities to find a better way to live for me. And the first place I came to was Sadhana Forest. And that was, 9 years ago now. And what was important for me when I first started that journey was to find a better way to live that benefited me, that was comfortable for me, that I had a sense of purpose. I enjoyed my life. But what I found at Sadhana Forest was my why. And that was a why of how I can live in a way where I can give back to people, to nature, towards animals. And it became much less about me, but much more about how I can give out to other people. And that created a very strong purpose in my life. The opportunity to travel to the different Sadhana forests that we have in Haiti, Kenya, Namibia, the other parts of India, and to see the impact that a place like this can have on people's lives. It was a very empowering moment for me where I could see that the way we live can have a huge impact on the people around us. So that's a little bit about my why now. Here doing seva in Sadhana Forest.
Yeah, and I want to add that Luke is the man behind the Vegan Forest Festival, which is our largest event every year, and where some of you have been and hopefully enjoyed. And yeah, so we're working together towards, bringing more opportunities for joy and for meaning at the same time. Yeah, I'm Aviram. I think the first moment that I sort of deliberately questioned my why was I was walking in a street in Bangkok. I was on a business trip to meet some officials there, and it was 97, and I walked past a building, and I saw people in that building. The door was open, and they were sitting and on the floor and very quiet, and I didn't understand what they're doing because I never saw people meditating before that. I came from a very sort of Western society where people were doing jobs or teaching in universities. They were not sitting and quietly on the floor. And then I walked in, and there were these what I later discovered were Buddhist monks sitting in a group and meditating, and they were very quiet and they were very alone, yet they seemed to me very together. And it really puzzled me, this thing that they're not talking to each other, but they are together. And I joined them, and I sat there, and it started changing my life. And then I started reading Buddhist texts initially, and then different spiritual texts. Advaita Vedanta is some of the major ones, and yeah, and slowly evolved into being vegetarian, being vegan, and eventually leaving the householder life sort of, and deciding to devote my life to sadhana and to seva, and that eventually created Sadhana Forest as a home for me and my family, and then thankfully as a home for so many other people. So yeah, that's a little bit about my story.
Thank you. Wow, love it. Let's
Yeah.
bring more.
So yeah, maybe we can show you a little presentation, some images of Sadhana Forest that you get the feel, and then we can maybe talk about how you could be part of Sadhana Forest in different ways. Okay, go.
Thank you. Meanwhile, we are sharing presentation. Everybody, thank you so much. If you are late, you're not late, you're on time. Just be here, watching recording or live. Thank you.
Yes.
Can everyone see the screen okay?
Oh yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
Clear.
Perfect. So, yeah, welcome everyone to Sadhana Forest. So Sadhana Forest is a place where the intention is to live in a more compassionate way, to put compassion into action in as much of our life as possible, how we can be compassionate towards the environment, towards people, towards ourselves, towards children, towards animals, and keep expanding that circle of compassion around us. And that's really the intention of how we live and what we do here, the focus around compassion. And it was started in 2003 by a small family, Aviram and his wife Yurit, and their daughter Osha, who was 3 years old at the time. And when they came here, as you can see, it was a barren piece of land. Nothing was growing here. It was basically a desert. And they wanted to live in a sustainable way, a simple way, in a way that maybe some other families would come and join them as well. They never saw it becoming what we see it is today. It It was just meant to be a simple place for small families living together, planting trees. And after a few days, a volunteer showed up, and then they were welcomed. And then another volunteer came, and another volunteer came, and Sadhana Forest grew and grew to one of the largest residential volunteer projects in the world. And as more and more people started to come, they started having to build big infrastructure to house everyone. And as more and more people were living here, there were more people to plant trees. And this dry piece of land that you see on this photo right now, this desert started to transform into a forest, what we see today. So over the years, we've planted more than 160 different tree species, creating huge biodiversity, restoring this native ecosystem in this land. That's brought so much life, not just people, but so many animals, wildlife, and different plants. And the ecosystem began to thrive. And we are a 100% volunteer-run organization. So everyone who's living in Sadhana Forest is a volunteer. We're practicing living a life of seva, of selfless service. We now have around 1,500 volunteers come every year from more than 50 different countries. And we also have more than 20,000 visitors come from over 100 countries. So this place is such a big opportunity to share our why with so many people that are coming here. And people are coming here very curious. They're very open. It's a very new place when you step foot into Sadhana Forest for everyone who's experienced it. So as soon as people walk into here, they have this curiosity. What is this place? And we have such a powerful opportunity to share with so many people all the time about what this place is, what we're doing, how we're living, and the values that this place is based around. We also have many thousands of children visiting us every year. It's very important for us to share what we're doing with as many people as possible. And the children come here so excited, so curious. Even just the other day, one of the children that came here was said to Olga, one of the volunteer that was giving the tour, how can I support Sadhana Forest? And she said, come and volunteer here. And he got out his pocket, some of the pocket money he had, and said, can I donate to Sadhana Forest? He's had such a powerful experience here. And we're seeing children inspired and motivated by this place all the time. And all of you who were here for the Vegan Forest Festival would have saw that we're cooking a lot of food here. But this is throughout the year. We have groups of people coming, many people coming all the time, that we have this opportunity to share, a lot of whole food, plant-based meals. We're not using white rice, white sugar, white flour here. We're using brown or red rice, whole grain flours, palm jaggery, instead of white sugar, and it's pretty much oil-free cooking as well. And we believe, what we're putting inside our body is very important, not just how we're living outside the body. And a big part of Sadhana Forest is this idea of seva, of selfless service. Do you want to share?
So seva is very important for us because that's the action part of the ideology. So every ideology can stay in our mind, but it doesn't mean anything for others, but even not for ourselves if it's not implemented. And seva is really our chance to serve with complete disconnect from the results. What is important is the process, is the sincerity, is the investment that we're putting in, and not what people say about it, what people think about it. When you're doing seva and people are saying, "Oh, you're doing amazing," that's actually a hurdle because your ego starts to, pump up. And when people say, "Oh, what you're doing is terrible, you should go commercial and charge money for all of this," this is also a hurdle. So really doing it from a very inner place, a very loving place, is our practice, and it's the practice towards realization. It's part of the karma yoga sort of system that can lead us to realizing more and more. Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, this was a very new concept when I came to Sadhana Forest. I never heard of it before. I was so used to everything I did in my life before the moment I came to Sadhana Forest that I would do something and I'll expect something in return. And here, this idea of seva was introduced where we can just give unconditionally. And I think reforestation for me was a beautiful practice to understand this better, because we're not directly benefiting from the trees that we're planting. Even the trees that I planted 9 years ago, maybe if I'm sitting in the right angle at this during the day, I'll be sitting in the shade of it, because yeah, some of them may be still quite small, but everything we're doing for the collective, and not just for ourselves. And that was a very powerful kind of experience for me to practice here. And Sadhana Forest gave me the opportunity in many different aspects of my life to go deeper with this, to understand what this is. And yeah, it was a very transformational way of living. Here are some of our volunteers doing seva in the forest, planting trees to help restore the ecosystem here. And we are living in a very natural way here at Sadhana Forest. So we're not living in a 5-star hotel here with big luxury. It's very simple living in natural buildings. So as you can see from this photo, they're being built by the local people here. This is a dying art, unfortunately, where many people are moving to cement buildings, and Sadhana Forest is a place where we can maintain the heritage of this area, where living in buildings made out of natural materials. And many people that when they visit us, they say, this is how my grandparents were living, my parents were living in the village, in these simple huts. And it's very touching for people to kind of come back and see how this is still being practiced here today. And as you can see from the next photo, it's beautiful. Living in these natural buildings, it's a piece of art in itself. The details of the infrastructure, how it's all built. This whole hut here is not held together with any nails. It's all held together with coconut rope. And this is the main hut where we eat our food. It's huge. The photo is not doing it justice when you're standing in there. From the left, there's another room, another whole section of the hut. From the right, there's another whole section. Behind you, there's also another whole section. It's like a Taj Mahal, but in a natural hut. And we're living in a sustainable way. That's a big focus for us. So we're looking at how we can live in a way where we give as much back as we can to nature. I think so through having compost toilets, all the trees that we planted have been planted with compost from our own toilets. So we're turning what's known as a waste product. We're not calling it human waste here, because it's not wasted, it's a resource. So we're composting that all and putting it back into nature, and we're using bucket showers to wash ourselves, and we're walking with the bucket, carrying it. So we become much more mindful about how much water that we're using, not just under a tap where this unlimited source of water is just coming onto us. How we can use this water in a very mindful and conscious way. And for those who were at the Vegan Forest Festival, you would have seen many different aspects of that sustainable way of living. So one thing is we're a 100% off-grid community. All of our electricity comes from solar. This is very interesting to live in this way, because not all the time that we have solar electricity available, because at nighttime or very early in the morning, like now, there's no sun. So we cannot charge our phones, our laptops, and pump water, filter water during the nighttime. We can only do that during the day. And not every day we have electricity. Not every day we have sun, right? In monsoon and stuff like that, it can be very limited. So living here, you become much more conscious and aware of the resources that we're using. And this is a very interesting exercise, because we're used to having this kind of unlimited source of electricity or unlimited source of water. But here we're living in a way where we become much more mindful of it. We have a battery system, so we can power the essential things like lights at nighttime, and the opportunity for us to speak to you all today, this morning, but we're 100% off-grid community. And we're looking at how we can use water in a more mindful way, in many different ways. So how we wash our hands, just a simple hand wash station where we get a mug and it's a drip system. And then we use natural soap that we get from Auroville, and we just put it in a plastic bottle that we find. Unfortunately, they're very easy to find. And then we can wash our hands with it. And all the water that we're using to wash our hands is going back to the trees around. It could be to the mango tree, the coconut tree, whatever trees that we have in the area. And looking at how to live in a zero waste lifestyle, where we're reducing waste as much as we can in the way we're living, the way we get food and everything in bulk, and but yeah, raising a lot of awareness with the volunteers that come here about being mindful of what we're consuming, what we're bringing into the community. And as you can see from this photo, we're segregating it a lot as well into different areas to recycle, upcycle, reuse as much as we can. And the food. Yeah, we love tasty food here. We love to showcase how amazing vegan food is. And one very important ingredient that we're cooking with here is love. We put a lot of love into the food. Anyone who's eaten here before would have tasted that. Yeah, we come together. We eat all of our meals together here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This creates this really strong community feeling, and yeah, very nourishing food. And a lot of people will come here and eat the food, and a lot of the time it's their first conscious vegan meal that they've had. They've probably forgotten that they've eaten like a fruit salad in the past or something, but they're saying, wow, I've never had a vegan meal before. So it's the seed being planted in their mind. And for us, it's so important with that first impression for anything in life to be wild. So we put a lot of love and energy into making the most tasty food here. A lot of our chefs that were cooking the food here never really cooked before they came to Sadhana Forest. It was an opportunity for them to come out of their comfort zone and become experts into cooking for 100 or 1,000 people over the time here. Some photos. This is a photo taken, I think, last year in the preparation for the Vegan Forest Festival, where the team was making like 6,000 ladus or something for everyone who comes to the festival. So if you ate any ladus, this was the team that were rolling them for everyone. More ladus, more dessert. Yes, every Friday we have very tasty dessert here. We have a lot of visitors joining us every Friday from the outside, and we watch a documentary with them. We show them around Sadhana Forest, and yeah, this is a huge opportunity for us to do a lot of outreach about the values, the compassionate lifestyle that we have, and then yeah, through dessert as well, showing them how tasty vegan dessert is. And yeah, we're doing about 50 to 60 tours a week here, guided tours with visitors around Sadhana Forest. So for us, it's important for as there was so much interest and curiosity of people of how this way of living, we really wanted to show people in a lot of detail what it is like to live with this. So yeah, this is a part of what volunteers are doing here. Part of our seva is showing people around with all the visitors, talking about the values and talking about our journey with the values and how we're living here, and what we're doing. And yeah, it's a huge opportunity to share with a lot of people.
And I just wanted to add that all these tours, of course, are free. There's no charge for the tour and no charge for the food. So people come here and they ask, how much should I pay for the meal? And we say, no, there's no payment. You just eat and enjoy. And really, why are you giving us? So this question why really relates to our why, why are we doing this? And this is a constant reminder of our why every single day.
And another part of our why is the animals. to show people there's a different way to live, a different way that we can relate to animals where they're not here for us, and that we're here with them. So we have a gochala here. All the cows that we have were all rescued. They were all destined to go to a slaughter, and we will get able to give them another opportunity to add life, another opportunity to be loved. We feed them twice a day. We clean the area twice a day. We brush them twice a day, and they love neck rubs and to be massaged by our volunteers. And the more volunteers that we have here, the more we can brush them, the more they enjoy it. Yeah, this is a very powerful place in many, many different ways for the animals, but for the people as well. So a lot of the cows that come here, they come with a lot of trauma. And this is an opportunity for us to interact with them and to build up this trust in this relationship as well. And I think a lot of people that come here also come with trauma from this crazy outside world that we're living in. So it's a very healing process for everyone involved to be interacting with these animals in a different way, and just looking at how we can give as much back to them. We have a speaker there where we play the cows' favorite music, very calming music that they enjoy a lot. So we're looking at all these different ways of how we can create a space that will give as much love as possible to them.
Apparently, they really like flute music, Indian flute. So we have a lot of Indian flute sounding in the goshala, and it gives a very special atmosphere to the cows and also to us.
Some more photos of the visitors. So we also, like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of school groups joining us. We have a huge opportunity to share with a lot of people about this why and this different way of living. We have a lot of wildlife here, nearly 100 different bird species living in Sadhana Forest. We have rabbits, porcupines, peacocks, like you can see here, jackals, civet cats, wild boar, many different animals kind of coming back to the ecosystem, and we have the opportunity to live with them, and to wake up and to walk past and see these beautiful animals just coexisting with us. A very beautiful space of Sadhana Forest is the tea hut, a space where we can look at how we can give back to people. So here we have volunteers, tourists, visitors, local people from the villages coming to enjoy the coconut milk chai tea that we serve at the tea hut. It's got no caffeine in it, it's just made with spices. And then we also serve the laddus here as well. And sometimes people come here very confused. So they come here and say, where do we pay? We say, no, we're just giving. And the look of confusion in their face is so beautiful, because through this confusion, we're showing people there's another way that we can be living, another way that we can be interacting with one another, and in a very beautiful, tasty, enjoyable way. This is some of the laddus and the chai that we're serving. And the local kids from the villages that come here daily. It's always such beautiful for us to share with them. Next to the tea hut, we have a little calisthenics gym for people to work out. So if this is something you're interested in, we have a space for you. And then we have the children's land, a space where we invite children from local villages and schools, underprivileged backgrounds, to just come and play, just come and be. It's made out of recycled car tires, as you can see from this photo. So looking at how we can upcycle, how we can turn a waste product into something different, and just creating a space for people, children, to be free and to do what they want to do, to learn what they want to do. Sometimes they'll come with a group leader, and we'll give them some food, some fruit to chop up, and the group leader will say, okay, all the boys go up and play, all the girls go chop up the fruit. And we say, I'm sorry, but we do things a little bit differently here. Who wants to go play? Who wants to go chop up the fruit? But we just allow them to be who they want to be and do what they want to do, not pushing our ideas onto them, but just creating a space for them to be. Great space.
And just to add that they designed the space. So, for instance, this little mountain of tires that you can see, they wanted the hill of mountains, and they designed it, and we built it with them. So it's all coming from them. It's not our ideas of designs, or they want a seesaw, so you can see the seesaw the girls are sitting on the left. Everything is designed by them. Even the huts, the huge hut that is there, was designed by a council of children from all the groups that used to come at that time. We made a council, and they designed together the hut, and then we built it.
More photos of the Goshala, with the cows, with Aviram, with Vishnu. Vishnu is one of the first cows that we had in Sadhana Forest.
Yeah, Vishnu was on the streets of Chennai, and his ears were burnt by children with cigarettes, and he was very scared of children when he came. So he was sort of okay with adults, but when kids would come near him, he would just either become aggressive or run away. Now he's totally healed. He's relaxed around children, around adults, around everyone, and he's maybe the most outwardly sort of going cow friend that we have here. So that's really beautiful. And when he came, he was so skinny. We don't have here the photo, but he was so skinny that you could literally put your hand behind his ribs. And now he's so healthy and yeah, and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Vegan Forest Festival. This is something we're doing, every year now. The first year we did it 4 years ago, we had 400 people come, and then 700 people, then 1,200 people, and then last month, 1,500 people coming here to experience a different way. It's such a beautiful opportunity for us to be able to share this as a gift for everyone. To be able to come, it's very important for us that the vegan movement is accessible for everyone. It's not a privileged movement. You don't just have to have lots of money to be vegan. We don't want this stereotype that vegan is expensive to be a norm. We want to show people that veganism can be accessible for everyone. We're eating simple food here, but very tasty, super healthy, super nutritious. And everyone who's coming here is coming because they want to give and they want to share as well. So we had around 150 volunteers, also nearly 100 facilitators for different workshops, cooking classes, talks, performances, music, all these kind of different things. And everyone's coming here because they want to give. And this is the culture that we're creating here at Sadhana Forest, and we want to bring this to the vegan movement. That's a space that anyone can come and to give and to be a part of this.
Yeah, and to demonstrate that veganism is simply the diet of kindness, the diet of compassion. And when you make such an event, people get it. Okay, so these guys are not just kind towards animals, they're also maybe kind towards people. So it makes this interconnectedness, this oneness between the concept and all beings, which is so important for us and is at the foundation of Sadhana Forest.
And being set in a forest in a restored ecosystem, people also seeing that veganism is not just about the animals that we're eating, but the wildlife and everything that can be affected from how we live. Being mindful about all the resources that we're using, living in a simple, sustainable way. Compassion for all. This is something that we really want to demonstrate. And it's also Sadhana Forest and the Vegan Forest Festival is 100% substance free as well. We're not using any drugs, alcohol, smoking, anything during our whole time in Sadhana Forest, inside or outside. We're really exploring the substance free lifestyle. And many people that come to the festival, they're dancing in the evening, and they're saying this is the first time I've ever danced, not being drinking or anything. And it's important for us for when people come to Sadhana Forest is they get to experience another way of living. There's so many places out there that will charge you money for things, that will have non-vegan food, that will be consuming substances, that will be in a big venue made out of cement and stuff like this. When people can come to this place, they can see a different way of living is possible. And that's something that's very important for us, for our why, to show people another way of living is possible. Because most of society is living down one direction, and we want to show people there's another way. And maybe this way is not for everyone, and it's maybe not for you, but we really encourage people to come and try this. And sometimes people come here and they see this other way of living, and they say, this is exactly how I don't want to live. And we're grateful that people have this opportunity here to see another way of living is possible, and exactly how they don't want to live. And we hope this inspires the creativity and curiosity in them to start thinking, okay, how would I want to live? If I can choose the way I'm living, because I know another way of living is possible now, what would I do differently? How would I change things? And some people come here and they say, there are some things that I really want to live like living in natural buildings, living in community, but maybe living in a community where people are coming and going all the time, where it's having a lot of visitors, or living in a very simple way. That's maybe not for everyone. And then some people come here, they're crazy like me, and they say, this is exactly how I want to live. And they give many years of their life here to create this opportunity for many thousands of people to come and experience. So yeah, to be able to show a different way of living is possible.
Yeah, sometimes people ask me, what do I do? And if I don't have time to explain to them, what do I do in life? I just simply answer, I confuse people. And, you know, and it's really what we do here. We confuse people. You know, they come with set ideas and they get confused, and out of that confusion will come what may, you know. It's not a place to convert people to be like us. It's a place to confuse them about their own lives, and then they will see so many things are possible.
And yeah, something else we would like to share with everyone here. If you are interested or know anyone that is interested in living this way of life, before I start explaining this, I just want to share a story of a volunteer, because maybe some people are thinking right now that I could never live like this, but you're definitely not alone in that thought. We once had a volunteer. Well, we've had many volunteers that come with this kind of mindset, thinking I could never live like this. But there's one volunteer that really stood out for me, where she came here from Mumbai. She was a full city girl, and she walked in and she started crying. And as she was walking around, she was crying even more. She saw the toilet, she was compost toilet, she was crying. She saw where she would be staying in a hut, crying even more. And her father was calling her and saying, just come back. And she said, no, I said I'll be here for 2 weeks. I'm just going to suffer and stay. And we're saying, are you sure you want to stay here? And she said, yes, I'm going to do it. But really afraid of the place. And then a few days went by, and she was really struggling here. She was constipated. She was too scared to use the toilet. She was too scared to even go inside to even see what the toilet properly looked like. And then eventually she came up to us and said, I really need to use the toilet. Can I sign up for toilet cleaning? So at least I know I have a clean toilet to use afterwards. We said, sure. And then she went to the toilet. And as you can imagine, she was much more relaxed after that. We started seeing her speaking to people, smiling with people, laughing with people, and getting really involved in Sadhana Forest and what we're doing here. And then 2 weeks went by, and we said, okay, so how was your experience? She said, it's amazing. I'm going to stay another 2 weeks. And it was so beautiful to see this transformation of someone so afraid to come here, so scared. And the other side of fear could see something very beautiful and very transformational for them. And then another 2 weeks went by, and then we saw her crying around the community again, everywhere. And we said, why are you crying now? And she said, I'm crying because I don't want to leave, but I have to go back to my job. My vacation is over, and this place changed my life. And it was sad for us to see her go, but she said she will be back, and we just had a very strong feeling that we would see her again. And then a few months went by. She phoned us again. She wasn't crying this time. She phoned us and she said, I just quit my job. I'm on my way back to Sadhana Forest. And then she came to Sadhana Forest, and she went to our project in Meghalaya. and then helped us start our project near Madurai in Rudanagar. And she became this powerful force of Sadhana Forest that gave so much love to the local people, planted so many trees, such a strong member of the team. And it was so beautiful to see this transformation of someone. And this is just one example, and I can give you so many examples of people like this thinking they could never live like this. But they came out of their comfort zone and they found their why here, a different way of doing things. And seva and service for me was a very powerful journey to help find my why and to understand what's important for me. When I wasn't doing something that was for money or getting something in return, that's where that gave me the opportunity to really go deeper with this question of why, because these things suddenly wasn't a motivation. It started to realize that this is my true self. This is my true why. This is really what I want to do. And if someone asked me, if money wasn't a thing, what would you be doing in your life? And I feel very grateful to be able to say I'll be doing exactly what I'm doing now, because I'm not getting money for this. I'm just choosing to live this life because it has been so transformational and such a big opportunity to do things differently. And we want to share this opportunity with more people, to show people there is a different way of doing things, a different way to live. And it can be coming out of the comfort zone. It can be different to what you're used to, opens up a whole new world. And one opportunity that we want to share for this is the Sadhana Forest Fellowship that we just launched less than a week ago. It's a 1-year program where people can get hands-on experience in reforestation, water conservation, sustainable living. They can be a part of the team here helping run the space. With the 1,500 volunteers that we're getting every year, we need people leading teams, taking responsibility in different areas, which I'll talk about more in a moment. There's a 5,000 rupee stipend after the first 2 months for people to come, just to be able to help support their stay here during their time.
And of course, they're provided with free accommodation and food, so they don't have any expenses, daily expenses.
We are looking for many people to join our team. The more people that are joining the team here, this will give us the opportunity to grow Sadhana Forest more, that we can plant more trees, we can start more Sadhana Forest, we can grow the Vegan Forest Festival to be able to have even more people come here. Every year we're having more and more people come to the Vegan Forest Festival, and we're having to close registration even sooner because so many people want it. And this year was crazy for us. Like, once we closed registration, almost like 50 people a day and were contacting us, and even more in the week leading up to Sadhana Forest, like begging that they wanted to come here. And we want to expand this place out to as many people that want to come here. But to be able to do that on a bigger and bigger scale, we need more people to be on the team to help grow this place, so we can keep improving the experience for volunteers, for the visitors, and to keep expanding and growing the Vegan Forest Festival. So one part of it is the reforestation, ecosystem restoration work, but there's many different areas and skills of people that we want to invite into this team to be a part of this journey. Maybe for everyone, it's not digging a hole, planting trees. We're looking people that are great with social media to create content. You can be living in an off-grid community, having an office that's made out of natural materials, that's powered by solar, and helping create content, take videos and photos, and reach a wide audience on social media, so more people can come and experience this place and have these life-changing experiences here. We are a community here, so with all these volunteers, there is a space for supporting the health and well-being of everyone coming here, taking care of people when they're not well. A lot of the feedback that we get from volunteers when they're sick here is that this is the best place they've ever been sick, because this is where we can really show the strength of community. where you're not alone. You're always here. There's always people to support you, and this is a very kind of emotional experience for a lot of people because they felt looked after, cared for, heard for during this time. And we want to build a team that can come with this mentality that we're here to support people. We're here to share this compassion into action and to create a space.
And so many people have told us, luckily I was sick at Sadhana Forest because my parents, my family would have never taken care of me like this. And this comes from so many people that they felt so cared in a way that they've never felt before, and held and contained and unconditionally loved. And that's such a healing experience by itself.
And yeah, we also need people helping us in the Goshala, the animal sanctuary, with the rescued cows, taking care of them, feeding them, brushing them, and supporting the children in their curiosity and exploration in children's land, sharing about plant-based living. So every Saturday we do the plant-based Saturday here, where we have the cow connection workshop, a cooking class, a talk on diet and nutrition. This is a great opportunity for all the people that visited us throughout the week to have an opportunity, and they start to learn more about veganism through the values, through how we're living, through the food. People want to go deeper, and this is a great opportunity for people to go learn more about what this is. And we're with all these more than 20,000 visitors that we have a year, to be able to share with these people. But there's many different areas that we need support in. People to take responsibility in different spaces, from the firewood coming to the kitchens, the composting, the food, the toilets, the tea hut, and cooking for the community. There's so many different things, and for us it's very important that Sadhana Forest is accessible for everyone. So we've our oldest volunteer right now is 70 years old. We also have a 65-year-old living here, and our youngest volunteers were born here in Sadhana Forest. We have families living here, people from all walks of life, all different backgrounds, and we say to people our doors are always open for everyone. But as you walk around, you won't see many doors, except the bathrooms. Don't worry. This place is for everyone. And what I say to people is, I say it feels like I'm traveling around the world, but everyone comes to my home, and that's a great opportunity to meet so many different people. So there is something for everyone to do here, and we would love if you have any questions or curiosity about any of these things, and come and talk to us. We would love to discuss with you how we can create a space for you here at Sadhana Forest, and for you to maybe find your why here, or to go deeper with your why. This opportunity. I know we're nearly at the end of the session, but if anyone has any questions. Okay, yeah, so we've also just sent a link in the chat for a Zoom link. If there's anyone that wants to have, after this session is over, because I know we don't have so much more time, we're happy to be on Zoom after this for us to meet, and also at 8 p.m. on Sunday. Here's kind of just the information. So today, after this call, people want to speak, ask more questions, and at 8 p.m. on Sunday.
If you have time this morning, we would love you to join us at 6:15, just after this meeting, and we'll answer everything about the fellowship, or about volunteering in Sadhana Forest, or anything that you want to know about this place, or on Sunday at 8 p.m. Yeah. If there are any questions that you would like to ask now, please feel free also.
Thank you. Wow, it's so beautiful. I have to say it once again. I have said to Aviram and Luke in our meeting, I've said that to my community, that it seems like Sadhana Forest is Ubuntuverse offline. Ubuntuverse is Sadhana Forest online. we are growing human forest, and so many things you have said. I was just not sending hearts for the sake of it, but I was sending because everything was like aligned. Especially the first slide, compassion in action. We have a session called Compassion in Action in Find My Why program.
Oh, really?
The same
Amazing.
is the headline is Compassion in Action. So it was so much aligned, and I know there are so many questions here. So I would maybe ask